Hello, welcome to ScriptWave. In our previous lectures, we discussed about list, tuple, and their comparison. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing sets. Let's see a quick agenda for this lecture. Here, we start with an introduction for sets, then we'll see set operations, then we'll understand the mathematical operations using the set, and we'll understand the code execution for the above discussions. Let's start with introduction to set. What is a set? A set is an unordered collection of unique elements. So here we need to underline 2 points, unordered and unique. We don't have any specific order whenever you are creating a set, and we don't allow duplicates inside the set because we always need unique values. This is exact simulation or a representation of sets in math. Even in sets, we cannot have duplicates. Same way, we don't have duplicates allowed in sets. It stores only distinct non-duplicate values. So it only stores distinct values. Set are mutable, meaning elements can be added or removed, but we cannot specify the position. We can just add them. Created using curly braces or the set function. So here we need to underline 2 points, the curly braces and the set function. This will be helpful to understand the code that we will be discussing in this lecture. Created using curly braces or the set function. We'll be looking at it when we start writing the codes. Sets do not support indexing or slicing. We know this is unordered and unique values, so indexing and slicing is not allowed in this data type. Let's see a quick Python code. Empty set we can create using this. Then we are creating the actual set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we are finding the type of. Now the question, what happens if we add one more 1 here? Will it throw an error? No, it just returns only 5 elements. So the other element will get deleted. What happens if I want to index? If you try to index, then that will be an error because indexing is not allowed in sets. Let's move forward. Set operations. We have operations for the sets. First is add. Here we don't have append because we are just adding the elements and we are not appending, whereas appending is adding at the last. Here there is no last, there is no first. So we're just adding 4 here using numbers.add, whereas numbers is set. We are printing the numbers. Then we have pop. Here also we don't specify the index. This just removes the random number, and more precisely it will remove the last value. Then we have update. So here we can update the values from 1, 2 to 3, 4, 5. So this helps us in adding more elements. We'll be looking at it once we start writing the code in more detailed way. Remove. This helps us in removing the elements based on element. Pop is less used in set because we cannot specify which to remove, whereas remove is more useful because we know which to remove exactly. Let's move further and understand the mathematical operations in set. So we have the union. So all operations in mathematics can be done using the set math operations. So we are looking at only 4 of them today. Union, that is the complete section of both, removing duplicates. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. So let's try to club them both. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. This is a set, so duplicates are not allowed. So we are deleting this one. Then we have the difference, that is the subtraction. So we have the Venn diagrams as well that is given here just to understand better. So the difference is set 1 minus set 2. That means let's consider the same example here. Set 1 minus set 2. 1, 2, 3 minus 3, 4, 5. So here we just remove 3 and we keep 1 and 2. That is the output. Reason because we just want to have only one set and remove the elements that are duplicated in the other set. So that is the output here. You can use using the function as well. Set1 dot union set2 and set1 dot difference. So we have the functions as well, but use the mathematical notations if you're comfortable with it. Here we have the piping symbol. Here we have subtraction. Then we have intersection, that is an AND. That is the common values. So here we get 3 because set 2 and set 1 contains only 3 as the common element. Then we have the symmetric difference. So Venn diagram goes this. It removes the duplicated values and keeps both values here. So here only duplicate value is 3 and we remove 3 and add 1, 2 and 3, 4. That is 1, 2, 4, 5. So here set 1 cap set 2. Let's move ahead and start with PyCharm and start understanding the code for all these operations. So I am in PyCharm and I have created a new module and a new Python file sets.py. Now I'll create a set. st is equal to brackets. Let's try to print type of set. Look at it very carefully. This is important. We have a small concept as well here. We got class dictionary. The reason behind this is whenever we are defining an empty flower brackets, that will automatically defines as the dictionary. The reason being dictionary and set has the same notation for creating the dictionary or set. So to specify, we say set of the braces. This should return us the set. Now let's try to add st.add. Let's add all three and print st. So we got 1, 2, 3. And let's try to update st.update. Let's save. So as we have seen, update will add more elements to the set, whereas add will add one. It's similar to append and extend. So here we have add and update. Let's do the same for pop and let's print pop because pop will return us something. So let's see what is getting returned. So we got pop. So we got removed with 1. So here we got 1 removed. Let's run again. We got removed with 1. And let's see if we can specify an index. No, we cannot specify index because index is not allowed in set. So we cannot specify. What happens if we remove? So we can just comment this out and start with remove, print. Let's keep the set as it is because we cannot print while we are doing remove. So st.remove 4, we are removing 4 and let's see the set after removing. So we got 4 removed from here. So this is the operation that we have. Let's move further. I'll comment this out and move to the mathematical set operations. I'll just add the heading as well to avoid confusion. So we have two sets. Set 1 holds 1, 2, 3, 4. Set 2 holds 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me add 3 as well. You can add as many you want, but just to find the difference. So first is the union. Let's start with union. Then we'll see intersection, difference, and symmetric difference. So union, print st1 union. So what is the output? We got the union. We club both and remove the duplicates. Let's also print st.union st2. We got the intersection as well. We'll look at it later. So let's comment it out. Thanks to autocomplete for me. So we got the same output. Then we have the difference. So let's see the intersection print and is the intersection. So let's see if we got same output for both. So we got the same output, the intersection of A and B, that is set 1 and set 2. Then we have the difference. So let's do set 1 minus set 2. And I'm just commenting it out to avoid confusion. I'll add headings. Union, intersection, difference. Save it and run it. So we got the difference. So we just subtracted, got the set 1. Then we have the symmetric difference. Let's try to find the symmetric difference. Symmetric difference stands with the cap. So we got cap and let's print st1 dot symmetric difference st2. Let's do the other way around as well. Both should work and give the same output, but let's try to compare. So we got the same output for 3 of them. So this is the story about sets. In the next lecture, we'll be starting with dictionaries. Thank you so much. Have a great day. See you in the next lecture.